Hey, Matt Johnson here with Ice Team. You know, spooler reels are nothing new to the ice fishing industry, but we want to talk about how there's some differences in the type of spooler reels that you may look at. You know, I like to target a lot of panfish, especially in the shallow water. So I like to turn and gravitate towards a spooler type reel. Now, in past years from Clam, we've offered a few options. You've had this standard spool reel, which is a 1-to-1 pull your line out. In recent years, we came up with the Spooler Elite reel here, and this allows me to have a 2:3-to-1 gear ratio. I still have to pull the line out by hand to drop it down to the fish, but every time I engage that reel, one turn brings in 2.3 turns of line, so it brings the line up a lot faster. So now if you're fishing in deeper water, I can reel the fish up quicker, much like a spinning reel, so faster line pickup. Why do you go to a spool reel? Well, for a couple reasons. For me, obviously, line twist. Line twist in shallow water, especially bluegills and crappies, or perch or trout, when that jig spins, that's a big no-no. So when the line comes off these spoolers, it's not coming off a coiling spinning reel. It's coming off straight, the line has no twist, and you can present your bait in a more natural manner and help you on not just negative days, but in any situation. So line twist. When you have to pull the line out by hand, another awesome characteristics of this, again, Spooler Elite model, not a free fall, you have to pull by hand, is it forces anglers to fish slower. Oftentimes as anglers, we drop our Vexler down, you're in 18 feet of water, you see a fish in the bottom, what do? Most anglers might be using a spinning reel, they drop that spool and boom, they drop that jig down to that fish at Mach 10, stop it above the fish and start jigging. Well, the fish moves away and the angler goes, it moved. Well, think about it. You just basically threw a rock on top of this fish's head and stopped it 1 foot up. With a reel like this, you have to pull it out by hand, drop it down, pull it out by hand, drop it down. It forces you to fish slower, which in many situations it can be the upper hand to catching more fish. It also helps you fish the entire water column, from the bottom of the ice down to the fish. That upper half of the water column, especially in under 20 feet of water, to me, makes all the difference in the world. So if you're fishing a spinning reel or something like that, you just bomb it down, you miss that top half of the water column. Good reason to use this. Now this year, Clam came out with a couple options in a free fall. It's called the Gravity Series. I'm not getting into too detail on the differences between the gravity types of reels, but I just want to show you there's now an option that by pushing a lever, boom, I can drop that bait down. And when I let go of this lever, the bait stops. It's not I have to engage. So if I push this button and let go, it stops. Push it, let go, it stops. I don't have to engage the reel. I can do this all with one hand. I don't need to be using two hands to start and stop it. So that gives you the ability to drop down quicker and be more effective with a spool reel. So you don't get the line twist, you don't get the memory, and you get some of those added features for shallow water panfish. So if you're not using spooler type reels out there, whether it's against Elite pulling up by hand, one of the new free fall versions in the Gravity Series, you need to try them. For shallow panfish, shallow walleyes, it doesn't matter. Give one a shot, play with it, and I bet you catch more fish.